Hey everybody, it's your favorite seed lady. I'm going to share with you my passion that I've been into in the last little while. It has to do with lichen. Because lichen takes so long to grow, we have to be careful that we don't over-harvest them in an area. So look for trees that are already dead on the ground, ones like this one. And there'll be loads of lichen on it, and you can just harvest some off there. Firewood is another good place to look for lichen. If it's on rocks and things like that, it's taken years to grow. So be very careful just to harvest what you need and nothing else. And because the dyes last a long time, you don't need to harvest really that much. It takes a while to get to know which lichen is which, but just play with it. You'll discover they're all a little bit different, and some are very tiny, so take a field magnifier with you, and after a while you'll get to know which ones are which. It's a learning process, and I'm still going through it, so I may get some wrong eventually. If you've seen any of my posts lately, you know that I've been collecting lichen from the forest and experimenting with them as natural dyes. And so I wanted to show you a few that we've collected, and I'll show you the pictures as well. This is one. It's called Star Rosette. I'm going to hold it up to the light so you can see what color this one makes. That's Star Rosette. And this is Powdery Tip. It's kind of a deep red, rusty golden colored. You can see that. This one is the smooth axle brush, and I will show you all of those later. It's very deep, kind of a red, golden color, or deep red wine. This one here is rough speckled bark, rough speckled shield. See that? It's getting into the purple tones. This one is Candle Flame. Kind of makes a beautiful deep golden, it's got got red tones in it as well. And this one, which is one of my favorites. You can see that. It's a beautiful pink color. Yeah. So what we do with them is we take just about a cup of them and harvest it off of the trunk and make sure we don't take too much from any one area, but actually there's a lot, and you would think a cup is a lot to get off a tree, but it actually doesn't take you long at all. Put that in a tight sealing jar, add just enough to cover with household ammonia, and you let that sit for 3 days, shaking it 5 to 6 times a day. And then you add 3 times as much water. And then it has to sit for 15 weeks. And that is your dye base. And you use that. You don't have to use a mordant with this to color dye. I'm going to be using mine to color things, to color wool or material, fabric of any kind. I'm going to be using mine on wool, because we got a bunch of our sheep sheared years and years ago and I never did anything with it. So we finally got it spun. We're going to get it colored, and we will continue those videos in the summertime, but it's got to sit for 15 weeks, so it's going to be a while.